Hello and welcome. Today we will learn CS and NET Part A and Part B fully solved paper. I am Asra Nazneen from SDV Academy. This is the first question that we have. Okay, this is the logarithmic function of a graph which has been given here. This is the log y graph. This is the log x graph. Okay, now when it has been formed in the linear scale, it represents the form of eclipse. This represents the form of eclipse. Okay, here no ice cream is vegetable, no ice cream is roots. Okay, all ice cream is food, all vegetable is food, some roots are food. When you write like this, you can observe in the Venn diagram here, consider it as ice, it as vegetables, and this is for food and this is for roots. Okay, so this is the Venn diagram that has been formed here. Now here, this is the question which has been given here. Okay, now statement 1, 3 is true. Statement 1 says 3 is true here. So 3 is true says this is statement 1, statement 2, statement 3. Okay, statement 4. Here statement 1 says 3 is true, means this is true. Statement 3 states 1 is true. Okay, and statement 2 is false. Statement 2 is false here. It has been saying that. What is the statement 2 is saying? Statement 2 is saying this is a false here. Here the two sentence it has been coming. This is called paradox. This is called paradox. So by this sentence, what we can say, this is the wrong sentence here. Now consider statement 2. What is the statement 2 is saying? Statement 1 is true. Statement 1 is true here. Okay, now statement 1 is saying statement 3 is true here. Okay, now what is statement 3 is saying? Statement 1 is true and statement 2 is false. But in the statement 2 is saying statement 1 is true, but means this is a false here. It is saying statement 2 is false, means it comes this is also false here. So the concept is saying this is false here. So this is also paradox, that is called mutual consistence. It has been formed here, so this also wrong statement here. Okay, now statement 3 is saying statement 1 is true and statement 2 is false here. Okay, when statement 1 is true means statement 3 is saying what? Statement 1 is saying statement 3 is true. Okay, and statement 3 is saying statement 1 is true and statement 2 is false here. But in statement 2 what it has been saying? Statement 1 is true here, means here it has been saying statement 2 is false, means this one also will be false here. So this is also becoming a mutual consistence, okay, or paradox. It has been formed here. So this is the contradiction of the statement. So statement 3 also it has been saying statement 3 also false. Now what is the statement 4 is saying? Statement 1, 2, 3 all are false. Okay, S1, S2, statement 1, statement 2, statement 3 here saying this is false, this is false, this is false. So no paradox has been formed here, means this is formed, means statement 3 is false. Okay, here this is also false. Statement 2 is saying statement 1 is false. Yes, this is also false. Statement 3 is saying statement 1 is false, means false. Statement 2 is also false, means false here. So all the three statements has been formed false here. So what is the correct statement? Is statement 4 is true here. Given here 90 people are seated in randomly in 15 rows of 6 seats, means 1 2 3 4 15 rows. Okay, 15 rows. How many seats are there? 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, now how many people are sitting at the end of the row? Means this one and this one we have to consider here. So consider only one row here and the last seats are these two. Okay, so how many people are sitting here? 1 by 6 and Here how many people are sitting? 1 by 6, because here 6 seats are there. 6 seats, so how many people will sit? 1 by 6, 1 by 6. Add these two. 1 by 6 plus 1 by 6 is equals to 2 by 6, that equals to 1 by 3, which is the correct answer here. Now a seat of 27 similar looking coins has 26 identical coins and one dummy coin having less weight. What is the minimum number of weight that will ensure identification of the dummy coin using a 2? This is the pan balance. Okay, when you now what is the problem? Ensure that identification of dummy coins using a 2 pan balance here. So consider here 27 coins, so divide this into 3 parts, that is 9 9 9 here. So suppose put this 9 here. Okay, if these two are equal means the dummy coin will be in this 9 members. Okay, or else if this pan balance will be this like this means dummy coin weight less, dummy coin weightless means this here also when this 9 and this 9, this will be heavier and this will be lighter, means dummy coin will be in this pan. Okay, now divide this 9 9 9 into 3 3 3 balance and use the same process here. If these two are same means the dummy coin will be in this coins. If these two values will be in the different form, okay, this 3 and this 3 means dummy coin will be in this coins, in these 3 coins. Okay, now again consider 3 as 1 1 1 here, then do the same process. If now put 1 1 here, if these two same means the remaining one is the dummy coin. If these two balances are different means this is less weight and this is more weight, so dummy coin will be this only. Okay, so we have 3 steps used to find the number of dummy coins. Find the dummy coin. Consider here water, alcohol and that mixture, water and alcohol mixture here. Okay, now when you add these two, 40% of alcohol means 40% of alcohol, when the mixture means 100% this is, and what is the water is 60% here. Okay, now here when 100% whole mixture is 360 means what is the 40% of 360 is 144, and what is 16%? 60% means 216 here. Okay, when 3600 milliliter of water is added means for this 360 3600 liters of water, this is changed in this value also, so this value becomes 3960 here. Okay, and only water it has been added means 3600 amount of water it has been added here, so what this value becomes here 3816 amount. Now what water is added to the solution, so what is the approximate percentage of alcohol? We have to calculate what is the approximate percentage of alcohol it has been formed here. So to calculate this means 144 by 3960 into 100. When you calculate this value you will get the approximate percentage of alcohol, which is 3.6 percentage. Calculate this value and you can find it. In the test there will be a multiple choice question. Candidates get 4 marks, okay, for each correct answer, and loses 1 mark for each wrong answer here. Okay, now candidate A and B attempting 18 and 13 questions respectively secure equal marks. Okay, how much more incorrect answers A has compared to B here? Consider here A correct answer is X and B correct answer is Y here. So what we have to find here, X minus Y, we have to find how much incorrect answers X have when compared to Y here. Okay, now A attempted 18 question means 18 minus X, this is the correct answers that it has been given, and 4 for the correct answer means into 4, and losing 1 mark means minus 1 into X here. So this is the value for A, and For B, 4 correct answers means 13 minus x, 13, 4 into 13 minus y is the value of B, and minus 1 into y here, and it has been given secure equal marks means we have to equate these two. What you will get? 4 into 18 minus x minus 1 into x equals to 4 into 13 minus y minus 1 into y here. So when you calculate this value, 72 minus 4x minus x gives the value 52 minus 4y minus y. So 72 minus 5x equals to 52 minus 5y here. So 72 minus 52 equals to 5 into x minus y here. When you calculate this value, gives the value here 20 is equals to 5 into x minus y. So calculate this value, 4 is equals to x minus y. So we have to calculate the x minus y value means 4, which is the correct answer here. A rank is 10 from the top means this is the value of A, and there are 9 members top from A for A, and bottom in the merit among the girls means this is a girl, and bottom also 9 members. Okay, B rank 6 from the top means 5 members are top from B and 16 from the bottom means 15 members are bottom of B here. So this is the boy in the same scale. If A is immediate ahead of B in the merit list, her rank in the entire class is means now A is top of B here. Okay, so there is no members between A and B here. Okay, now what is the rank of A from the top list means the rank of A means 9 plus 5 gives the value here 14. So 14 members are before A means what is the rank of A is 15 here. So here 16 it has been given. This 2 is the wrong statement here. Now from the bottom we have to calculate the rank of A here. So from the bottom how many members here is there? 9 plus 15 gives the value here 24. Now bottom of A and B gives the value here 24, and this is 25, and what is the rank of A is 26 from the bottom here. So 26 from the bottom, this is the correct statement, and this is the wrong statement. This is the wrong statement that we have. pH value of water and PCO, that is the carbonic acid. This is for carbonic acid here. Okay, now the graph is represented for 20 days here. So as by the graphs, what you can assume here is this dots, what you can assume here is when pH value is decreases as carbonic acid increase. Okay, so the higher the carbonic acid leads to the formation of a carbonic acid in water, reducing the pH value here. Okay, now when temperature increases, when you increase the temperature here might influence the value of carbonic acid and pH value here when you increase the temperature. So the correct option is here is there is a decrease of pH and the increase in both temperature and PCO2 over the 20 days, because the competition between PCO2 and pH, difference between the PCO, the value of PCO and pH value, this is inversely proportional. So when it decreases, this value increases here. So option 3 is the correct option here. On a track of 20 meters means this is the track. S runs from the starting point and R runs 20 meters ahead of S means this is the starting point of R, and the distance covered is 20 meters ahead means for R is 200 meters, and for S runs 200 meters and R runs 180 meters. Both reach end of track at same time here. Okay, they have reached at end of the track at same time here. S run with the uniform speed of 10 meters per second here. So what is the speed of S is 10 meters per second here. So what will be the time covered by S is distance by speed, that equals to 200 by 10, that equals to 20 seconds. Okay, now If r also run with uniform speed means the same speed here. So 180 by 20 gives the value here 9 seconds here. Then how much more time would r reaches to run the entire course means what is the time required for r to cover this 20 meters here. So you have to divide 20 by 9, that equals to 2.2 seconds here. So r covers 2.2 seconds more, means that is the fourth option here. Now here the arithmetic mean of 5 numbers means sum of observation by number of observations. Okay, this is the formula used for arithmetic mean. The numbers may not be distinct. Distinct means numbers are same. Which of the following must be true here? So what is the following numbers should be true here? Now for first option, the product of numbers is 0 here. So consider here the numbers will be option A. Consider 1 comma 1 comma 1 comma 1 comma minus 4. Okay. Now what is the sum of arithmetic mean of 5 numbers? 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 minus 4 by 5. This value gives the value 0 here. Okay. Now what is the product for this here? That is minus 4 here. So the product of numbers is 0. No, this is not the correct option here. At most two of these numbers are positive here. We have taken 4 numbers as positive. So this is also not the correct option here. They cannot be exactly 1 0. No, there cannot be exactly 1 0. Consider here 0 1 1 minus 1 minus 1. When you do the arithmetic calculation for this, 0 plus 1 plus 1 minus 1 minus 1, this also value gives the value 0 here. So there is exactly 1 0. This is also the wrong statement here. There cannot be exactly one non-zero number here. Yes, there cannot be exactly one non-zero numbers means x plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 by 5 here. So this is equals to 0. This also gives the value here 0 here. This is the wrong statements here. They cannot be exactly one number means d is equals to x plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 by 5 here. Okay, if this value becomes x by 5 here, this value will be either greater than or less than 0 here. Okay, this implies this value cannot be exactly one non-zero. This is the correct option that we have here. Of the English magazine published in the country, magazine M is read by the highest number of readers. It is necessary follows that, okay, M is most popular magazine published in the country. This sentence is same as that of the question in the sentence here. Now consider other question. M is most popular English magazine in the country. Yeah, most popular English magazine is there, one of the most popular, but it is not the correct option here. M is most popular magazine in the country here. This is also most popular magazine in one of the magazines. It represents one of the magazines here. So this is also not the correct option here. The study has not considered the readership of English magazine published outside the country. Yeah, this is also the correct option here, but most probable answer which is suitable, we are talking about and our country, no, so only this option is the correct option. This is the wrong option here. Now the number of 3-digit pins in which the 3-digit is the sum of the first 2 digit which has been found here. Consider here 3 digits x, y and x plus y here. Now the numbers will be here 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 here. Okay, now consider for 0. If here 0 here 0, this value gives 0. If here 1 comma 0, consider here this is 1 0 0 1 here. When you consider these two value gives the value here 1 1 here. Okay, when you apply 1 you will get 2 power possibilities here. Now when you consider 2 here, what will get the value here? 0, 2, 1, 1, 2, 0 here. You get 3 possibilities here. So 3 possibilities you will get here. So similarly, when you consider all the 9 numbers, you will get here 10 possibilities here. When you consider the 10th value also, you will get 10 possibilities, and which is the 11th. When you consider all the 10 numbers, you will get the possibilities here 11, and by 2 gives the value here 55. These are the possibilities that will form here. So this is the correct option here. Consider a right angle triangle BAC with median CM and BL. This is the median CM and BL which has been formed here. When it is a form median, so this and this value will be same here. So CL is equals to BM here. These two equals means AL will be equals to AM. These two value will also will become same here. Okay, now the ratio of the length of, we have to consider the ratio of the length of BC and ML. Draw a line ML here. Okay, we have drawn a line ML. When these two triangle has been formed, these two triangle ALM and ABC, these two triangle will become similar to each other. Okay, so when you draw a line, triangle AML is similar to triangle ABC which has been formed here. So when the two triangles are similar, so their ratios will be equal here. So what will be the ratios here has been formed? The ratios will be here BC by ML will be equals to AB by AM, that equals to AC by AL. These ratios will be equal here. So when it has been drawn a median here, means the median divides the triangle in the ratio 2:1 here. So what is the ratio here? This ratio will be 2 by 1, which is the required answer. So 2 is the ratio which has been formed here. Now here, a battalion consists of elephants, horses and soldiers which has been formed here to 3500. Okay, there are twice as much as horses as elephant. Consider elephant. Soldiers we have E plus H plus S gives the value here 3500. This is the number of total number of battalion here, and this value 3x. Okay, this is x and this is 2x, and these two value have 4 legs here. So 4 into 3x plus, for this value it have 2 legs, means 2 into 3 by 4 y here. What is this total? Gives 7500 here. Okay, and what is for this total? What we will give 3x plus y gives the value here 3500 here. Okay, now calculate these two values. 3x plus y is equals to 3500, and 12x plus 3 by 4 into y gives the value here 7500. Okay, when you calculate these two values, what you will get the value of x? X value will become 300, and how many soldiers are there? 2x value of soldiers which has been there, that equals. Graph shows the number of employees market shares by the number of units sold and sale. Okay, for 5 companies A, B, C, D, E. Select the correct statement here. Okay, so what is the A has highest market share per employee? So this is the value which has been given here. Consider here, so blue line is the number of employees, and this is the market share, and this is the sale here. So for A, what will be the ratio will form here? This is 10 by 12. Consider these ratios. Now for B, the ratio will be here approximately 14 by 30 here, and for C 25 by 35, and for D 35 by 44. Approximately the ratio will form here. For all the ratios, A is the lowest ratio here. So what is the highest ratio here is A has the highest mark per employee here. So here A and A has the highest mark per employee here. So this is the more value which is compared to others here. So C and D, these options are wrong here. Now consider here C has highest sale for market price here. So this is the sale for market price, the gap between these two, and B for these two and these two. Consider for these two only, the gap is less for here. Less. Now the whole numbers have C for the first 19 units, and the unit price falls from 10% if 20 to 29 units are purchased by another. 10% of 30 or more units are purchased. If 120 units are bought, the total price paid is approximately. Here what it has been bought, 120 units, and 19 units which is not percent here. 19 unit are not purchased here, and 20 to 29 unit is also not purchased here. So for 100%, what is the purchase is 90 units, that equals to 81 rupees. 81 rupees it has been formed here. Okay, so calculate, we have, it has been purchased 120 units, so 120 into 81 gives the value here 97, gives the value here 9720. So this value is approximately equal to 97 kilo, calculate 97. Okay, this is the required. Two digital clocks of 913 and 917, means this is 913 and this is 917. Okay, at one instant exactly 30 seconds later, after 30 seconds, means plus 30 seconds plus 30 seconds. Okay, the shows 914 and this shows 917 here. Okay, which one of the following option is possible difference between the time maintained by the two clocks? What is the difference between the time maintained by two clocks? Consider here the clock will have the amount here 929. So here 1929 seconds it has been formed. Now here it has been formed 30 seconds here. So what will be the difference after some time? Is after 30 seconds here it will becomes no. For this clock the time will be here 31 seconds, and for time will be here 29 seconds. After some time, exactly after 30 seconds, this time does not change, and this time which has been changed here. So the approximate time and what is the difference between these two will be here 3 hours. Sorry, what is the difference will be here, the time will be here 3 minutes 00 seconds, which has been. Now here there are two concentric circles with the A and B of the width 2 meters here. So this here have the width 2 meters, 2 meters width here. So we have to find the area of the track A and track B. We have to find the area of track A and track B, we have to find here. So what is the radius given here is 30 meters. Now what is the area of a circle is area of outer circle minus area of inner circle here. Okay, so here what is the area of outer circuit area is given as 3 meters, and the width is 2 meters minus means 28 meters here. So pi into 30 square minus pi into 28 square here. So for inner circle also we have to calculate the area here. So what will be the pi by 2 radius, means 30 by 2 will be the radius here, that is equals to 15 here. So pi into 15 square minus width is 2 meters, means pi into 13 square here. So equate these two, what you will get the value here. So this is the area of outer circle, this is the area of inner circle. So we have to find the ratio for this. ratio for these two values. So calculate the ratio here. Take common pi, gives the value here 30 square minus 28 square pi into 15 square minus 13 square here. So this is the formula for a square minus b square. So expand it value, pi into 30 minus 28 into 30 plus 28 here by pi into 15 minus 13 into 15 plus 13 here, which gives the value here pi into 30 minus 28 2 into 58 by pi into 2 into 28 here. So this 2 gets cancelled out. So what is the ratio here? 29 by 14. Now here a 5 kg watermelon contains 99% water by the weight. Some of the water evaporates and the melon now becomes 98% water by weight. What is the weight of watermelon now here? Consider this 5 kg as 5000 grams. Water in the watermelon is 5000 grams here. Okay, now dry weight. Dry weight will be here 50 grams, because here 1 percentage decrease in the weight here. So 99 percentage to 98 percentage, only 1 percentage is decreased. So what is the gram here? 50 gram here. So for the second weight, for the water to be, water is 4950 gram here, which has been formed, that is equals to 98 percentage here. This is 99 percentage here. So 50 percentage means what is the gram weight here? 2 percentage. 2 percentage of x equals to 50 grams here. So what you'll get when you calculate here 2 by 100 into x equals to 50 grams here. So what is the value of x is equals to 252500 grams here. So what is the kg here? In kg it is 2. Now this is the first question, a n plus n inverse. Okay, we have to solve this value. Okay, sigma minus 1 whole power n plus 1 by n factorial. In the place of a n plus 1, substitute the value n plus 1 here. Now substitute in this value 1 by n plus 1. Okay, when multiplying, sigma n is equals to 1 to infinity minus 1 whole power n plus 1 by n factorial into n plus minus 1 whole power n plus 1 by n factorial into 1 plus minus 1 whole power n plus 1 by n factorial into n plus 1. Okay, now when you multiply all these values, what you will get? The value minus 1 whole power n plus 1. The remaining value is my n plus 1 factorial. Okay, plus sigma minus n whole power n plus 1 by n factorial plus sigma minus 1 whole power n plus 1 by, when you multiply these two values, gives the value n plus 1 factorial here. Okay, now this is the value for e power minus 1 and plus minus 1 into, what you can write this value as e power minus 1 by 0 factorial, plus what you can write this value as e power minus 1 by 0 factorial plus 1 by 1 factorial. Okay, now this is minus 1. Okay, e power minus 1 factorial, e power minus 1, e power minus 1, these two value gets cancelled out, plus the remaining value is e power minus 1 plus 1. Okay, so what is the it converges to e power minus 1 plus 1. Okay, this is the power minus 1 here. Okay, now this is the required answer. Now consider the series, and this is the series which has been given. What we have to find out? Not converge, we have to find out this. Okay, consider a is less than 1, b and c take some value. Okay, now before that we have some tape. Sigma 0, this is convergent. Okay, now every constant series is divergent except 0, all are divergent. Okay, this is the tip that we have. Consider A as 1, B as, B as 2 and C as 0 here. Consider this. So what will get the value? 1 by n square into log n whole power 0. This value becomes 1. This value becomes 1 by n square. Okay. By p test, what we can say, it is convergent. Here a value will be 1. For 2, consider a as 1. So what will get the value? 1 by, for b is greater than 1 means take b as 2 and c as 0 here. What will get the value? N square into log n whole power 0. Okay, this value is 0, so 1 by n square. This value is also convergent by p test. Okay, now for 3, take a as 1 here and b lies between 1 and 0 means take b as 1 here and c value is 0. So what will get the value here? 1 by n power 1 into log n whole power 0. Now what this series becomes? 1 by n. So by p test, what we can say, this is a divergent. By p test, this is divergent. Now this is the question which has been given here, which is a two bounded, and we have to prove this here. Now we have a tips here. Limit supremum, sorry, we have a formula here. Limit supremum x plus y is less than or equals to limit supremum of x plus limit supremum of y here. Okay, if limit supremum of x minus y, which is less than or equals to limit supremum of x plus limit infimum of y here. Okay, now here minus 1 here it has been given, so limit supremum and limit infima which has given here. So option 3 is correct option here, and here sequence. So this limit appears in finite times. Okay, so x value is uncountable. Okay, now when this limit does not exist means this value of y oscillates, sorry, when the when this limit does not exist means this value of xn oscillates between 0 and 1 many times. It oscillates many times. Okay, this this limit oscillates between 0 and 1 many oscillates between 0 and 1 many times. So this value is also uncountable. So x and y are uncountable, which is the correct option here. When you apply the limit in this interval, so this value of this limit occurs in finite number of times. Okay, so this value of x is uncountable. Okay, now when this limit does not exist, so this value of xn oscillates between 0 and 1 many times, infinite number of times. So this value is also uncountable. So here x and y values are uncountable. D denotes the proper dense subset of a metric space X. Okay, and here given P belongs to X here. Okay, P will be some value in D here. Okay, and D to R is uniform continuous. It satisfies the condition of uniform continuous here, and this implies that as n tends to infinity, the value of P in D is shrinking. Okay, now this intersection implies that this is the intersection of a neighborhood of, this implies that intersection of neighborhood of B and of P under F. Okay, now means when you apply the values here, it contains a value of P here. Okay, this point of this WP will have a singleton of for every value of P. Okay, if point this value of F is arbitrary close to P here, so WP contains a singleton value here. So this is the correct option here for every value. Here given for some value, this is not the correct option here. D has empty set. No, it has one value. D is not empty for P in X and contained in F of D. No, D has a singleton for every value of P. This is the correct option here. Now consider we have to find this value. Okay, consider if t is equals to 0 here, substitute in this value n plus 2 into n plus 1, 0 power n into 1 minus 0. What will get the value here? 0. Okay, if t is equals to 1 here, so what will get the value? N plus 2 into n plus 1 into 1 power n 1 minus 1. This value equals 0, so this value is also 0. Okay, as when you put these two value, the value becomes the same, so it is a pointwise convergent. It converges pointwise here. Now consider the limits here. What will get when you apply the limits? What will get the value here? Integral 0 to 1 n plus 1 n plus 2 whole power into t power n into 1 minus t dt. Apply the find these values here. What will get the value? 0 to 1 n plus 1 n plus 2 into t power n 1 minus t dt. Okay, so n plus 1 into n plus 2 integral 0 to 1 t power n into 1 minus t dt. This value becomes n plus 1 into n plus 2 into this value 0 to 1 t power n dt minus 0 to 1 t power n plus 1 dt here. Okay, when you multiply t power n to this term, so for this the value becomes t power n plus 1 by n plus 1 0 to 1. Okay, and minus what will get this value? T power n plus 2 by n plus 2 0 to 1 here. Okay, now n plus 1 n plus 2 into 1 by n plus 1 minus 1 by n plus 2. Okay, this value becomes like this. So n plus 1 into n plus 2 into n plus 2 minus n plus 1 by n plus 1 into n plus 2. Okay, this value gets cancelled out, so n plus 2 minus n minus 1 by the remaining value will be n plus 2 minus n minus 1. Okay, these two gets cancelled out 1. So when you find the value here, this value again find this value here 0 to 1. When you apply the limit for fn of t here, so this value f of t, this value becomes 0 here. Now when you apply the limit, when you integrate this 0, you will get the value 0 here. Okay, so this value becomes 0. Since these two values are not equal here, and these two values are not equal, so it is a not uniform convergent. This is only pointwise convergent and it is not uniform convergent. This is the correct option here. Divergent, this is also wrong option, this is also wrong option, and this is also wrong. Now here, given this value here, we have to find the Fibonacci series like sequence. So what is the dimension of R we have to find here? So an is equals to an minus 1 plus an minus 2 for n is greater than or equals to 3 here. So substitute the value of n as 3 here. Okay, when you take an minus 1 minus an minus 2 is equals to 0 here, so this becomes the dimension of ax that equals to 0, means this is a nullity. So how many conditions is given? As one condition which has been given here. So what is the number of variables? Is 3, and the rank of a is 1 here. So how many values are there? 3 minus 1, that equals to 2 here. So how many? Now given here, A is invertible 5 cross 5 matrix in the field. Suppose A and A inverse have same characteristic polynomial here. So characteristic of A is equals to characteristic of A inverse here. So eigenvalue of A is equals to eigenvalue of A inverse here. So if this equals to 1, this is also equals to 1 here. Consider A is equals to I here. Consider A is equals to I. So what will get the value here? Trace of now a square is also becomes I here. What is the trace of a square? That equals to 5 here, and determinant of a square, that equals to 1 here. Okay, now consider a power 5 is equals to I here. So what you will get? Trace of a power 5, this is also equals to 5 here, and determinant of a power 5, this is also equals to 1 here. Now consider here a square is equals to minus I. Now what you get? The determinant of a square, that equals to I here. Now consider a power 5 is equals to minus I here. Now a determinant of a power 5, this is equals to minus 1 here. So this is value is not equal. A power 5 value is not equal here. Now trace of a square, this is 5 here, so this is also not equal. Trace of a power 5 also 5 here, this is also not equal. So trace of determinant of a square is 1 here. Determinant of a power 5 is minus 1, this is also not equal. A and B are given, these are similar real matrices, that is there exists this value here, means here A is similar to P, there exists a P which is invertible. Then we have A is equals to P inverse. Okay, here which has been given S value. So this is S inverse. Okay, this is the value of S. Now if A is similar to P, what we will get the value here? Characteristic of A is equals to characteristic of B. Determinant of A is equals to determinant of B. Trace of A is equals to trace of B. Minimal polynomial of A is equals to minimal polynomial of B. Eigenvalue of A is equals to eigenvalue of B here. Okay, if A is similar to B, means A transpose is also similar to B transpose here. So transpose of A is similar to B, this is correct statement. Minimal polynomial of A, this is also correct statement, this is also correct statement. For this is the wrong option here. Consider checking the value of 4 here. A is equals to 0 1 0 0, B is equals to 0 1 0 0. Here A transpose is equals to B transpose. Minimal polynomial of A is equals to minimal polynomial of B. Trace of A is equals to trace of B here. So what is the range of A is equals to? Here 0 comma 1 and 1 comma 0. These are the range of A here. So this is the range space which is not equal. This is the range of A. Range of A is 0 to 1, and what is the range of B is 1 0. So both the ranges are not equal, so these are not same here. Given A is real n cross n matrix here, and the rank is R here, so V is the vector space of n. Okay, we have to find this. This implies that it is nullity. Okay, so dimension of V can be calculated as number of columns into n minus r. So number of columns here given as n into n minus r. When you multiply, it gives the value n square minus nr here. Now what is the dimension of nullity? Is equals to 1 here. Okay, now in this value, the z value should be equals to 0, or z value should be equals to iy. Then only this value becomes 1 here. Why? Because consider here e power 2 plus I3 here. So e power 2 into e power I3. This value is not equals to 1 every time. This value is always equals to 1 here. So we have to consider here e power I is equals to 1 only here. Okay. Now so consider e power z is equals to e power x into e power iy. So the value of x term is not equals to 1. The value of y terms is always equals to 1 here. So we have to consider here e power I is equals to 1 here. So what is the value for e power z is equals to e power x into e power y here. So this is the real term, this is the imaginary term here. So for this, calculate the value cos y plus I sin y here. So this is the value of 0 and this value is 1 here. So when this value becomes 0, if and only if y is equals to 2n plus 1 pi by 2. Okay, so this is the correct option here. Now here, given f of z is equals to this and this value here also here. By this value, what you can say, this is of the form of Taylor series. Okay, so this can be written as z minus this is in the form of z minus 0 z minus 0 whole power n into a power n f power n factorial by 1 factorial into 0 into 0. Okay, now here we have to find out this value. So f of z is equals to 1 minus z into e power z plus z square by 2 here. Okay, consider we have to find out the value f dash of z. What will get the value here? Minus 1 into e power z plus z square by 2. So this value can be written as into 1 minus z into e power minus 1 into 1 plus z. So e power z plus z square by 2 into minus 1 plus 1 minus z. So these two values gets cancelled out. So what will get the value here? Minus z into e power z plus z square by 2 here. So this is the required answer that we get. Now here a1 is equals to f of 0 by 1 factorial, which is equals to 0. a2 is equals to f double dash of 0 by 2 factorial, that equals to z square into e power z plus z square by 2. This can be written as minus of 2 into z e power minus 1 plus z square into e power minus 1. So this value becomes 0. This value when you calculate it becomes 0 here. So these two values becomes 0 here. So here a1 is equals to a2 here. So a n lies between minus infinity to infinity. This is also a true statement here. Which is the false statement is this is. Okay, this condition is reminds us, this condition is from Let f is the non-constant entire function here. So if what this value which has been given, so this is the condition of maximum modulo theorem. Okay, so which of the following is false? We have to find it out. F of c is equals to c by Skewer's peak theorem. What you can say, it has f has fixed point in the unit disk of u here. Okay, so this is the true statement here. F has at least one zero. This this is the concept for Liouville theorem. Okay, no, if f is non-constant entire function, so f is non-constant. If f is non-constant entire function, it has at least one zero. This is proved by Liouville theorem. So this is also the correct statement here. In this question, it has been given infinitely many distinct zeros. Okay, this is infinitely which has been given in the question. It is a mistake here. Now f has at most infinitely many zeros. This is the wrong option here, because it will have a finitely many zeros. It will have finitely many zeros. Infinitely many zeros is not there here. Can have 0 outside u here. Since f is an entire function, the domain is entire complex plane, so z can exist outside the function of u. Depending on the function of f, z can exist outside u. This is also the correct statement here. Only wrong option be a simple group of order 168 here. So factorize these values. What will get the value here? 7 square into 3 into 2 cube here. No, from the Silos theorem, what you can write it as n7 is equals to 1 plus 7k by 168 here. Okay, put k is equals to 0, then what will the value of n7 becomes 1 here. Put k is equals to 1, then n7 value will becomes 8 here. So this is the simple group, so this value is not considered here, so we have to consider only this value. What you will get? 8 into 5 of 7. When you multiply this, this is the simple group, so we should not consider this value here. So n7 is equals to 8 here. So 8 into, what are the, how many number of elements here? So 5 of, now given R is a ring, n is a nilpotent elements, so x power n, this application this formula implies for nilpotent. Okay, so when this condition is satisfied, it not all this when is an ideal, this is not always true. This value is not always true here. It is never true. No, sometimes it can be true here. If R is non-commutative, n is not ideal. No, if R satisfy the commutative property, then n will be an ideal. It satisfy the condition of closure under addition and plus multiplication and scalar multiplication. Satisfy closure and the addition and multiplication and scalar multiplication, these two conditions it will satisfy here. So this is the correct option here. This part, when these two intersection, R is a commutative ring with unity, then S is a multiplication and 0 is does not belongs to S. I is ideal. Then what is maximum with respect to condition? So when this value is not empty, when it is not empty, sorry, when the intersection of these two values are empty, though, then it does not be a maximum ideal, it becomes a prime ideal here. So 2 is the correct option here. 1 is also given, it has an element. 0, it also confirm that it has an element, so it is a prime ideal here. Now given x be a connected metric space with at least 2 points, which of the following is necessarily true? So x is belongs to R. This is connected metric space which has been given here. So when it is connected, it has a singleton point or an interval. Okay, so here given at least 2 points means this is not a singleton point here, so it has an interval here. So in between this interval, in between these two interval, we have uncountable number of points. So uncountable many points it has. This is the continuous function which has been given, and this value implies that there is a change of sign, sorry, change of direction here. The value changes the direction here. Okay, so this value implies that it is continuous and have a local solution. Okay, now this is the condition for boundedness. Okay, so this is the condition for boundedness, so it has unique local solution. Now here given, this is the question which has been given. It is an of given this question is of a wave equation. So this question implies it is an homogeneous plus even solution. Okay, so u of x comma t, this will have a solution if and only if u of x minus a t minus b is also solution. Okay, that equals to a comma b when if and only if a comma b belongs to R. The second condition is u of ax comma bt. This will have a solution if and only if a is equals to b here. In this x minus a, this is in the form of x minus a t minus b here. So this is the correct statement here. Okay, here a and b are not equal. Since these two are not equal, this is the wrong statement. Here both are equal. No need to check, only one option is correct option here. So this is the false statement that we have. Now this is the question which has been given here. So a b a inverse. Okay, consider it as a, it as b, it as c here. When b square minus 4ac is less than 0, this is formula for elliptic. B square minus 4ac, this is equals to 0, this is for parabolic. When it is greater than 0, it is for hyperbolic. Okay, here given condition, what is the value of b? B square minus 4a square, which is when you substitute this value in this formula, what you will get the value here? B square minus 4a square here. Okay, now when you equate this value to 0, this value becomes b is equals to 2a. Okay, now when this is b is greater than, b is less than or equals to 0, no, we have to find, we have to know greater than. Okay, b is less than or equals to 2, this is also not parabolic. If mod b is less than mod 2, this is for elliptic, this is the correct option, and this is also the wrong option that we have. Now given this is the matrix here, we have to find that Gauss-Seidel iteration method here. Okay, now we have to find the eigenvalues of g here, and then trace of g and determinant of g, we have to find it out. So g is equals to minus of d plus l whole inverse into u here. So where d is diagonal eligible and l is lower triangular matrix and u is upper triangular matrix. Now take d plus l, what will get the value here? 1 0 8 9 here, and u value will be equals to 0 0 0 2 here. Okay, now the value of g is minus of inverse of this gives the value here 1 by 9, sorry 9 by 9, 0 8 by 9, and this is 1 by 9 here into 0 to 0 0. When you multiply these two terms, what you will get the value here? Minus of 0 to 0 minus 16 by 9 here. Okay, now take the trace here, what will get the value? 16 by 9, and determinant of a gives the value here 0, so 0 and 16 by 9, which is, now the formula used to find this value is dou by dou y minus dou by dou x into dou f by dou y dash is equals to 0 here. So this value is 12x minus dou by dou x into dou f by dou y dash gives the value 2y dash equals to 0. So 12x minus 2y double dash equals to 0 here. So this value gives the value 6x minus y double dash equals to 0 here. So y double dash equals to minus 6x here. Now for this, find the y double dash value. No need to calculate all this term. Find y double dash value. What will get the value? Y dash gives the value 2x. Y double dash gives the value 2 here. Okay, so this is the wrong option here. Now consider for this, y is equals to minus x cube. So y dash gives the value here minus 3x square, and y double dash gives the value here minus 6x. Which is the correct option? Required option is this only. So option 3 is the correct option here. You can again notice that y double dash is equals to minus 6x here. In this answer, you have the minus in this term only. In all this term, you don't have a minus. So this option is the correct option here. Given, this is the question which has been given. This is the convolution method. Okay, now find the Laplace L of f star g gives the value here L of f star L of g here. So L of f, this value gives the value 1 by s plus 1 because given exponential of minus t, and L of g, this is the value sine. So 1 by s plus 1, sorry, 1 by s square. So this is the value of g. So 1 by s square plus 1 here. So what will get the value for this? 1 by s plus 1 into s square plus 1 here. Okay, now consider from the options. 1 by s plus 1 into 1 by s square plus 1. Okay, this is the value. Now check from the options here. Option A, 1 by 2 into 1 by exponential of t s plus 1 plus 1 by s square plus 1, and for sine minus s by s square plus 1. Okay, now 1 by 2 into, take the LCM, what will get the value? 1 by s plus 1 plus 1 by s 1 minus s by s square plus 1 here. Okay, now 1 by 2 into, this value gives s square plus 1 plus 1 minus s square by s plus 1 into s square plus 1 here. This 2 value gets cancelled out, 1 plus 1 2, and this 2 values gets cancelled out. What will get the value here? 1 by s plus 1 into s square plus 1 here. So this is the correct option, same option. Hence please like, share and subscribe. If you have any kinds of doubts, please comment me in the comment section. Thank you and have a nice day.